This is kind of local for me, but it's made national news, and you'll see why. Apparently, a German national who has a green card was detained by ICE at Logan Airport and was treated in the most brutal way. Now, this stems from the detaining of Mahmoud Khalil. Now we are seeing that ICE apparently has been ordered to put more pressure on green card residents. So then this is another green card resident who apparently went on vacation back to Germany to visit his fam and came back here and probably is wishing that he didn't come back. This is what it says here. This is an interesting story, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you share this one because I want to make sure more people know how far this is going. German national with a green card was detained by ICE after arriving at Logan Airport. So that's here in Boston. Like I said, it was a local thing for us here. So let's get into what happened. Immigration authorities arrested a German national with a green card at Logan Airport, according to a family member and the partner of the man that was interviewed by the Boston Globe. Fabian Schmidt of New Hampshire is being held at the Wyatt Detention Center in Central Falls, Rhode Island. That's according to a public immigration and customs enforcement database. Schmidt, 34, was born in Germany, but has been in the U.S. since his teens. He has a green card that was reissued in 2023 after he lost a previous one, meaning he's a legal permanent resident. Let me highlight this part about losing his card because this is one of the ways that they can get you, right? So when I was watching a couple of videos that talked about like how green card residents can be deported, one way is by losing your green card, right? But it appears he took care of all that he made sure he got a replacement green card. So why would they detain this guy? And why did they treat him as such? I mean, this guy apparently had a very rough ordeal, and it makes me wonder if they treated him this way, how are they treating Mahmoud Khalil? How do we know, or how do we not know that Mahmoud Khalil is not being tortured? We don't know. We don't know what they're doing to Mahmoud Khalil. So these are things to think about. Like, listen to what happened to this guy. A week into his detention, Astrid Sr., Schmidt's mother, who lives in Lindenborough, New Hampshire, said the family was still seeking answers about why her son is being held. I'm feeling shaken up, Senior said, stressing to the point that her son was here legally. It's unbelievable what's happening now. This case involving the apprehension of a legal permanent resident with a few answers available is the latest instance of unusual immigration enforcement under the new Trump administration, which has pledged a hard line on immigration. Schmidt's case is part of a wave of reports involving people with green cards or visas being detained by immigration authorities after returning from trips out of the country. So may that be a warning to people as well. Again, he was already here, permanent resident, went back home to visit family, came back and got hit with all this madness. It goes on to say that news of his arrest comes after Rhode Island physician Dr. Rasha Alaway, who had traveled to Lebanon to see her parents, was prevented from re-entering the U.S. at Logan on Thursday, despite having a visa running through 2027. It also follows the recent arrest of Mahmoud Khalil, a graduate student and outspoken figure during the Gaza war protests last spring at Columbia University, who was arrested last weekend at the behest of the Trump administration. His detention has generated national headlines and protests from progressives. Schmidt faced misdemeanor drug and drinking charges years ago and was allegedly flagged by immigration authorities for failing to show up to court in 2022. While Alaway and Khalil do not appear to have criminal records in the country. Schmidt's family says that he has faced no new legal issues since he was granted a new green card, and that his failure to show up to court wasn't an issue during the renewal process. Schmidt's and Alloway's cases also differ from Khalil's because they were re-entering the country, which put them in a vulnerable position. This is according to immigration attorney Heather Yuntz. A visa is a request for entry, but does not guarantee it. And people entering on visas can be subject to additional screening. Someone with a green card can typically just present it and enter unless it's flagged for some sort of violation. It goes on to say you're more vulnerable when you're seeking to enter the United States than when you are in the United States. So here's another one, right? Because that's part of the reason why these, the way that Mahmoud Khalil was treated was such a shock to people, because he was here. He didn't leave and try to come back. He was already here, right? So keep that in mind. There's one more part of this that I want to show you as well, because the New York Times, I think they went into a little bit more detail about what happened to him, which is pretty bad. Let me see. Yeah, I got that one too. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Let me go ahead and bring up this one as well. Because again, I think some people were shocked by this because it was Germany, right? Like, he's German and people don't expect that, I guess, to happen with a German tourist. But let me bring in this part as well, because it's becoming a problem, right? So German tourists detained for weeks, then deported from the US. So listen to this. Here's more information. Detained for weeks, and eventually deported. 2 German tourists trying to enter the US were recently tangled in a system responding to Trump's push to sharply restrict entry and deport people en masse. Now, these are 2 other ones. These cases are Jessica Brosch and Lucas Seeloff. It says that she was held for 46 days and Lucas was held for 16 days. And accounts of their rough handling by immigration officers have grabbed headlines in Germany as a sign of what being caught on the wrong side of the White House immigration policy could mean for European travelers. So it says here that with these individuals, they were stopped separately at San Isidro border, crossing between San Diego and Tijuana. So they were being denied entry, and they were sent to a crowded detention center, according to their own accounts and those of their friends. Mr. Seeloff was denied a translator and had trouble understanding what was happening to him. Ms. Brosch's friend said that she was kept in solitary confinement for 9 days. By their accounts, both were flown back to Germany without a clear understanding of why they were detained in the first place. So they put this woman in solitary confinement for 9 days. Solitary confinement, which I'm heavily against, in my opinion, is a form of torture. It's a psychological torture. Like, this is insane. Insane. This one also goes on to say, the family of a tourist from Britain, Becky Burke, 28, said that she has been held for more than 2 weeks in Washington state, similarly caught up in the system, but unsure why. ICE did not respond on Thursday to requests for comment on those particular cases. So it's not just Schmidt. This is what I'm trying to tell people. Other tourists as well are being hit with this. The detaining is very concerning. The solitary confinement is also very concerning. Now, those individuals were tourists, but Schmidt was a permanent resident. So we don't know. I mean, we just don't know, like, what is going on here? What caused this to happen? I know someone just said in the chat, they said no translator. Yeah, so that's another one, right? Like, if they don't have a translator, they don't really know what you're saying. So denying that, I don't even know if that's legal for them to deny that. Method said the US is imploding. Yeah, it's just like, it's all over the place. Like one law, and then it's always taken to the extreme. This is what I feel like, right? So I think these people are terrified. I don't know if they want to come back. Again, I mean, Schmidt lives here. He lives here in New Hampshire. He might be thinking about moving back to Germany for good. And I mean, honestly, you can't blame him. But this is kind of wild. This is kind of wild, right? So here, come down here. No, this isn't true. A1 and A2. All Germans don't speak English. I lived in Germany. All of them don't. But it's very concerning, guys, like ladies and gentlemen. And I, for one, just think, I don't know. The solitary confinement really, really does concern me. Really does concern me. They went on to say here, here's one example, said, for the first time in my life, I'm in handcuffs. As they're walking me into a building, they're twisting my arms. Why am I being detained? Is this legal? Can you do this to a US citizen? So here was another. It was just, oh boy. I think we're just starting to see like the thick of this. And I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know. Germany is shocking though. Like when I first heard the story, because like I said, because it was local, I was like, Germany? Really? So I don't know, you guys. In my opinion, I know they mentioned, oh, well, he had a failure to appear in court years ago, but then he reapplied and got a new green card. You would have thought that would have appeared in the system. So for me, when we talk about what's really happening, here's what really happened. What's happening is this is the crackdown on immigration. And I think that at first, some people thought, well, they're just going to go after people who are entering the country illegally or overstayed their visas. They're going to go after those people. And now we're starting to see that they're also going after people that are permanent residents. Some could be because of a free speech issue, which I heavily support free speech. And others could be just because they left the country, went back home to visit, and now they came back. I don't know, you guys. It's scary times. Scary times. Hey, guys, this was a Sabby clip. If you like what you saw, hit that like button and subscribe.